Ever wondered what really happens to your recycling after it leaves your bin? Every day, millions of people around the world take a small but meaningful step toward a more sustainable future by recycling. Whether you're separating your paper from your plastics, rinsing out containers, or placing bins at the curb, you're part of a system that reaches far beyond your home. But have you ever wondered what truly happens after those recyclables leave your site? The journey from your bin to a brand new product is a complex and fascinating process. One that involves advanced technology, careful sorting, and dedicated workers, all working together to give materials a second chance at life. It all begins when the familiar recycling truck arrives on your street, collecting carefully sorted bins and bags filled with paper, plastic, metal, and glass. After being loaded onto the truck, your recyclables are whisked away to a material recovery facility, often called an MRF. Here, the real adventure begins. The trucks back up to large receiving bays, where they unload their cargo onto the concrete floor. The mixed mass of recyclables, sometimes called the tipping pile, is the starting point for an intricate sorting operation. Workers and machines collaborate to move the material onto long conveyor belts. The first stop is usually a pre-sorting station, where workers quickly remove items that don't belong. Things like plastic bags, garden hoses, or electronics that could damage equipment or contaminate the recycling stream. From here, the materials are directed toward specialized sorting lines, each designed to handle a different material type. On the paper and cardboard line, skilled workers scan the moving stream for unwanted items. They pluck out rogue plastics, glass, or bits of metal that might have slipped through. The paper itself is separated into three main categories. Corrugated cardboard, think shipping boxes and packaging, is set aside as it's especially valuable and easily recycled. Newsprint, from old newspapers and flyers, forms another distinct group. Finally, mixed paper, including magazines, envelopes, and food packaging, is set aside for its own recycling journey. Meanwhile, on the plastics, metals, and glass line, the process is a marvel of modern engineering. Oversized items are removed by hand to prevent jams. Then, a giant magnet hovers over the moving materials, pulling up ferrous metals such as steel cans and tin. These magnetic metals are separated and sent on their way. Non-magnetic metals, like aluminum cans, don't respond to the magnet. Instead, workers or specialized machines, such as eddy current separators, sort them out. Plastics are next. Using both human eyes and sophisticated optical scanners, the facility identifies different types of plastic by their resin codes, numbers you might see on the bottom of bottles or containers. Clear PT from water bottles, opaque HDPE from milk jugs, and other types are each set aside. Glass is divided too, often split into clear and colored categories, as color affects the quality and use of recycled glass. Once sorted, each stream of material is compacted into large, dense bales. Imagine massive blocks of crushed cans, tightly packed stacks of cardboard, or cubes of shimmering plastic bottles. These bales are bound with heavy-duty wire and stored, sometimes for days or weeks, until a full truckload is ready for sale. Recycling facilities work with manufacturers and processing plants, selling these bales as valuable raw materials for new products. Now the transformation truly begins. Let's follow the journey of a bale of plastic bottles. At the recycling plant, the bale is cut open and fed into a powerful shredder. The bottles are chopped into small flakes, which are then thoroughly washed. This cleaning process uses water and friction to remove labels, glue, and any lingering residue. Heavier contaminants sink to the bottom, while clean plastic flakes rise to the surface, separated and ready for the next step. These clean flakes are then dried and melted down at high temperatures, around 155 degrees Celsius. The molten plastic is pushed through a machine that forms it into tiny uniform pellets, called nurdles. These pellets are cooled in water, dried again, and collected in large containers. From here, they're shipped to factories, where they'll be melted and molded into new products, perhaps a fleece jacket, a park bench, or even another bottle, continuing the cycle. Paper and cardboard embark on their own transformation. At the paper mill, bales are broken apart and mixed with water to create a slurry or pulp. This pulp is cleaned, screened, and sometimes de-inked to remove impurities. Then, it's spread onto large screens, pressed to remove excess water, and dried on heated rollers. The result is fresh, recycled paper or cardboard, ready to be cut, rolled, and shaped into everything from cereal boxes to newspapers. Glass recycling is equally impressive. Sorted by color, glass is crushed into small pieces called cullet. This cullet is washed and mixed with sand, soda ash, and limestone, then melted in a furnace at over 1,400 degrees Celsius. The molten glass is shaped into new bottles and jars, ready to be filled and used again. Glass can be recycled endlessly with no loss in quality, making it one of the most sustainable materials we use. Metals like aluminum and steel are melted down in powerful furnaces, purified, and formed into new sheets, cans, or construction materials. Aluminum, in particular, is a recycling superstar. It can be turned into a new can and back on store shelves in as little as 60 days. The journey of your recyclables is a testament to human ingenuity and the power of collective action. Every step, from sorting at home to advanced sorting in facilities, to melting, molding, and manufacturing, is designed to keep valuable materials out of landfills and in use for as long as possible. Recycling reduces the need for raw materials, saves energy, cuts greenhouse gas emissions, and supports a circular economy where waste becomes opportunity. So, next time you rinse a container or flatten a cardboard box, remember, you're not just tidying up. You're setting in motion a remarkable process that gives old materials new life and helps build a more sustainable world for all.